Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off for the Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 10. Back to the dinner. Candace is trying to clean it up and say, hey, I wasn't body shaming you. I got annoyed, I got angry, and I just said what I had to say. And Ashley isn't here for it. Ashley's mad, and she's just like, girl, you came for my body on purpose, and blah, 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 blah. And then Ashley's like, well, I talk about your dry hair all the time. Ashley, you've been looking like Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus since day one. You are the last person that should be talking about anybody's hair being dry. I don't know who told you that was a good idea. It was a fail read when you said it 2 seasons ago, and it's a fail read today. You should really stop. And my thing is, like, what happened to the days where you read a bitch and the bitch reads you back? Like, when she called you wide, why you didn't just hit her with, bitch, I just had a baby, but check me out in 3 months. I'm going to be looking like something. Like, she could have said anything back to Candace. Why are you leaning into this victimhood? Oh my gosh, wide? And she kept saying, wide? Because you wanted the rest of the ladies to jump on Candace, and it didn't happen. It didn't work. And Robin and Mia, we saw y'all laughing. Y'all were kicking. Y'all were cracking up. Y'all were. So don't get down to the reunion and say, oh my gosh, Candace, you were wrong. Don't do that. Because that after show that y'all did, it really pissed me off. So Mia invites the ladies to her goddess lunch, and she's like, this is going to be a good time for everybody to kiss and make up because everyone is invited, including Karen and Wendy. And Giselle shuts her down, and she's like, no, ma'am, it's not going to happen. She throws a kibosh on that, and she's like, no. And then for whatever reason, Mia decides to carry out the dummy mission and says, well, Karen's waiting for an apology from you, so maybe you can muster one up for her. And Giselle's like, girl, her and Ray will both be dead before that happens. So Karen is filming her tourist video for Surrey County. She's in Potomac. It's Karen, y'all know how she is. And she finds a way to mention Giselle's box yet again. And I don't understand how she sat up at that after show, high and mighty, agreeing with these people talking about Candace was body shaming, and you've talked about Giselle's box the entire season, unprovoked. You've talked about this woman's vagina all season long. That's not normal. Giselle has a sit down with her girls, and they're talking about, pretty much she's letting her girls know, don't be no pick me. Don't be no arm candy. Don't be no trophy wife. Chase your dreams. Live your best life. And I'm all the way here for it. One of the girls says, Mom, do you want to get married? And Giselle's like, I don't know about that because I don't want to be dependent on no man. I don't want to answer to no man. I don't want to be at a certain age in life. And I'm wondering what's going to happen if me and my man ain't together no more. And I believe it was either season 1 or season 2 when I think it was at the reunion, Karen was like, Giselle, you don't want a man. You don't want a partner. You're comfortable with the way your life is right now. And I agree. Giselle want to be over here dating. She want to raise her babies over here. She want to get her coin with Bravo over there. And never should the children and the men and all of that come together. She likes her life the way that it is. I truly believe that about Giselle because I've said this over and over. And say what you want, Giselle is a beautiful woman. She could find herself a man to marry her. The man that she wants is she probably haven't run across the man that she wants. But if she wanted to just be married and to say, oh, I'm married, she could definitely find a husband. If she wanted a man her daddy's age to marry her, she could have made that happen. That's why I don't understand why a lot of them be trying to throw that in her face, like, oh, you ain't got no man. She can find herself a nice little senator, a nice little congressman, or whatever. She can find herself with a guy who has a cute coin to marry her. She's been there. She's done that. I don't think that's her priority. I just don't. But whatever. I love Giselle's scenes with her girls. That's where she shines the most, in my opinion. I love seeing her with her girls. As much as Giselle could be annoying and crazy and messy, she's always allowing her children to be themselves. Like, she's never pressuring them to give us rehearsed lines and be fake. And if they're not feeling her, and if they dragging her, and if they're reading her, she lets it be. She takes it in stride and be like, hey, they're my girls. I'm going to stick beside them, even when they dragging me. And I love that, because I feel like if you can't be real with your mama and your mama can't be real with you, then what do you, like, then what is all of this for? Candace and Chris. So Candace comes home and she's giving Chris the cold shoulder. And Chris is just like, look, he ain't having it. So they thug it out a little bit. And he just lets her know, like, girl, you make me feel like my shit ain't important. Only your stuff matters. And that's not cool. That ain't gonna work. And Candace, she brings out the triangles. And Candace, you really need to get working on crying. Kleenex, stop playing with my girl and give her her deal, okay? Because I was at an event last weekend and I was crying, and my little makeshift triangles, it didn't work for me. Like, all my makeup was effed up. So I need y'all to quit playing and give my girl her deal. Give her her little, whatever you call it, her endorsement. Formulate some triangles to save our makeup, because let me tell you, last Sunday I was looking a hot ass mess with tears running down my makeup. Get on it. But anyway, she sheds a little tear, and Chris is like, don't cry, you're gonna make me cry. And I mean, they're so cute. I love Chris and Candace. I don't care who don't like them. I like them. And I said what I said. Team Candace over here. Period. Feel about it how you want to feel about it. So Wendy and Eddie, they're having family time with the kiddos outside. It was a cute little scene. I felt like at the start of the season, Karen was trying to make this a Giselle takedown. And she's taking some time off, but she's back up to her way. She's ready to take down Giselle again. And she's trying to recruit Ashley to her team. And she looked dumb to me. She looked dumb. Because she's really sitting up there explaining to Ashley about how Giselle treated Wendy. Like Ashley wasn't in cahoots with Giselle. You look crazy, girl. Shut up. Let me not say shut up to Karen. But really, Grandam, you girl, ma'am. Ashley and Giselle been in cahoots since day one about this Wendy and exposing Eddie and embarrassing Eddie. They've been working on this with production from the get-go. You're late to the party. Catch up. She makes time, though, to mention Giselle's box yet again. So Robin meets up with her life coach, and she's pretty much just like, look, I don't trust people. I'm very hesitant to move forward with new endeavors because of what happened between, me and my homie, who I thought was a best friend of ours. He stole our money, and it has me kind of messed up. So I move differently because of that. And it's got me stuck in my life. I can't move forward professionally because this is weighing on me heavily. And I feel bad for Robin, but she's telling her, okay, well, you got to let that go. And then she also lets us know, like, look, I was there for Juan when it all came crashing down, when we lost everything. I was there for him. I uplifted him. I motivated him. I need the same in return. And the life coach is like, well, you got to let him know. You got to communicate that to him. He needs to step up. He needs to be there for you the way you was there for him. And I think we all can agree on that. Because the way he was handling Robin that first episode, I'm still not over that, Like, Juan, you the reason why these girls be coming for Robin and embarrassing her. You need to do better, Juan. So it's Mia's goddess party. And the ladies all arrive. And Ashley, of course, comes with baby in tow. But there's like this... Look, they got to cross over a little pond or what have you. And there's some rocks involved. This girl got on heels and she's trying to carry the baby in the stroller. And it's a hot ass mess. And I would have been like, Karen, yeah, y'all go help Ashley. Y'all go help her. Y'all go help her with the baby, because it wouldn't have been me. I wouldn't have been helping her with no baby. And this is no shade, but I'm clumsy as hell. The last thing a bitch needs to be doing is taking a swim with somebody's newborn. I was not gonna help her. I would have sat there just like Karen, and I would have been like, yeah, y'all help her now. Make sure you watch the baby. Okay, you grab the bags. I wasn't gonna be crossing and climbing no rocks and hills and mountains with nobody's newborn. Sorry, you should have left him at home. Cause falling is not a good look. Number one, and falling down with somebody's baby in a pond, no ma'am. So of course Candace shows up with this short wig, and everybody's like, "What's this for?" And she says it's for a video shoot. Now y'all leave my baby wig alone, okay? She was doing that for a video shoot. We all knew it did not look the best, but she posted pictures, I think, on Instagram, and the pictures were kind of cute. It was given very much, soap opera, Diana Ross. It was cute. It wasn't cute at the goddess lunch. Okay, I'm not gonna cap for you like that, Candace. I love you, but it wasn't cute at the goddess lunch. But in the video, those pictures looked bomb. So that's all that matters. Because nobody there can talk about nobody's hair. And Miss Frizzle that was sitting across from you, she need to leave that alone. She need to leave that topic of hair. And she Giselle #2, quiet as it's kept, with the fashions and the dry blonde hair. She needs to not talk about nobody's nothing. So Mia wants everyone to go around the table and say nice things about each other. And you know how they do. Bravo's very shady. Or Truly Entertainment, should I say, is very shady. Of Ashley and Candace go first. And it don't even matter what they said, because it was malarkey. Everyone else, it was all malarkey. The only person whose comment stood out to me was Robin. When Robin told Wendy, I like how passionate you are about your family. Yeah, that was kind of odd. But then Wendy's response in her confessionals was like, oh, you like how passionate I am, but you support someone who's attacking my family. Wendy, shut up. Wendy, first of all, Giselle and Robin been friends 10 years before they met you. They came onto the show locked in for 5 years. They were friends for 5 years when they came on the show. And they've been on this journey of this show going on 6 years. So their friendship is even more than 10 years at this point. You think she's going to cancel her friendship with Giselle for you? So we get to Giselle and Karen, and record scratch, Giselle is not with the fake stuff. She's like, look, I'm not feeling her. She's not feeling me. I'm not about to sit up here and fake the funk. I'm not saying nothing nice to this lady. I don't got nothing nice to say. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, Giselle. And this is where I have to agree with Giselle a little bit. If I don't fool with you, I don't fool with you. I don't see it for you. I don't have nothing nice to say about you. I'm not about to pretend. I can't even muster up a hello. When I'm really upset with you, it is what it is. So I kind of understand where Giselle was coming from. But it was a nice icebreaker to kind of get down to what the issue is. And Candace just takes the floor and is like, look, the stuff that happened in that binder last season at the reunion, how much of that has an issue? Like, how much of that are you holding against Karen? And she was like, it's a problem. Giselle's kids, I would say, are the most recognized kids from the show. I think we would spot Giselle's daughters out before we spot out any of the other people's kids. And they're in high school. Their teachers watch the show. Their friends watch the show. Their friends' mamas and daddies watch this show. Their uncles and aunties and cousins and everybody watches this show because, Real Housewives of Potomac is that girl the last couple of seasons. So everybody watches the show. Karen, for you to think that you could sit on this reunion and co-sign everything Bird Lady was saying in that book, and you were poking at it first. Like, oh, he dogged you. You let him back, girl. He got all these side babies. For you, Karen, to think that what y'all did at that reunion was not going to affect Giselle's kids is like, is naive. If Grace say anything out of line or out of pocket to anybody or roll her eyes at anyone, they're gonna be like, that's why your mama got a hot box. Your daddy's a man whore. They are going to be reading these girls until they graduate, and probably when they get to college, it's going to be some more shit. Like, for you to sit up there and act like you didn't think that that was going to affect her kids, girl, stop it. Raven, honestly, we wouldn't recognize Raven in a crowd. Just let's be real. We wouldn't recognize your son or your daughter in a crowd. I don't even remember your son's name. I think you knew her daughters would be affected and you just decided not to care because it's Giselle. And just own that and just say that's what it is. Like, girl, they mama messy, so sorry, but I'm reading them. I'm reading their mama. Sorry if it's, you know what I mean? Like, just say what it is. But don't sit up there and act like you don't know that that's affecting her kids, because you know. So Candace interjects and she's like, look, I've never heard Giselle say that she was hurt by anything. No, Giselle just doesn't. Giselle rolls with the punches. When y'all jab her, she takes it in stride. And I think a lot of times people overlook a lot of the stuff that's been done to Giselle. I'm guilty of that myself. I will say this. Season 3, I couldn't stand Giselle. I lost my parents back to back, similar to like how Karen lost her parents within a year of each other. So I think I was automatically on Karen's side. The way that she was treated season 3, I did not like it. When I went back though during quarantine and I rewatched season 1 and 2, yeah, my perspective changed a little bit. My perspective changed a lot of bit. I realized like Karen and Giselle, neither one of them are innocent. But people hold Giselle's feet to the fire and not so much Karen. And that's not cool. Because Karen, you've done a lot of little messy, sneaky things and said a lot of stuff. And that's why season 3, Giselle was lighting your ass up, because you had earned it. You did too much in the beginning. But to be honest, neither one of you guys are innocent. Y'all both give as well as y'all get. And it is what it is. But I'm not going to sit up here and be fake and like, oh yeah, whatever. No, both of y'all are the same. Y'all both done each other wrong. Y'all both gone too far. And my thing with Karen that I'm starting to realize, the more I look at this whole situation with Karen, I'm really starting not to like her. I used to love Karen. And I don't know if it's just because of the grief, but I really used to love Karen. And I don't love Karen the way I used to. I really don't. Her obsession with Giselle has really worn me thin. But anyways, Karen apologizes to Giselle. And she's like, I never thought that would hurt your children. And I'm sorry for that. And I apologize. And Giselle is like, girl, bye. You ain't apologizing to me. And so Karen gives another apology again, and she's very sincere, and I think she meant it that time. But it ain't gonna change nothing, because you're gonna be right back talking crap about each other like y'all always do. But Karen also wants an apology for wishing death on her husband. Karen, she didn't wish death on your husband. She didn't wish death on your husband. That did not happen, Karen. And at this point, it's like, I don't know what to... Like, you have lied so much that you have truly convinced yourself that happened when it didn't happen. I'm also wondering, did Karen put Ray up to making that comment? Because for Giselle to be so evil and so this and so that, you spend a lot of time talking about Giselle. I'm wondering if you didn't put that little bug in Ray's ear to let Giselle know, like, well, let her know, honey, that she's getting old and she needs to hurry up and find a man. I feel like Karen might have told Ray to do that. I'm starting to wonder if she did that. And if she did do that, if she sent him on a dummy mission and he completed the dummy mission and he got shaded in the process, oh well. Next time you stay out of women's business and you won't get shaded. Y'all gonna learn. Robin sees things escalating, and Robin is like, look, can we just start over? Can we just start with a clean slate? Let's wipe the slate clean and start over. And everyone is like, yes, 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 we could do that. We could do that. You know, that's not going to work because if Karen is not arguing with Giselle, the cameras ain't on her. And that's another thing. The viewers, a couple of people said this, like, oh, it was unfair for them to exclude Wendy and Karen from Robin's birthday. When? How? Karen had her swearing in Surrey County. She didn't invite the other ladies. She excluded everyone. She only took Wendy and Mia. And it could have used a couple of more faces. She didn't invite everyone. She had the dress shopping. She didn't invite Candace and say, oh, girl, you know, we're working on our friendship. Candace, come along. Oh, Ashley, you know, we're working on our friendship. Come along. Oh, Robin, come along. Ascala, I just met you and we bonded in the cottage, girl. Come along. She didn't invite everybody. So why is it a problem that her and Wendy weren't invited to the birthday? Anyways, that's my sound off for Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 10. Thanks for watching.